Ladies and gentlemen, you've just been wounded, and I think it's time to bring down the man responsible, the men responsible and the woman. There's even Master John might be in the house as well. It'd be great to have David down front and centre, and maybe explain what state of mind he was in when he wrote Wound. All right, Mr. David Blythe.
So thank you for sitting through it. Any questions? Don't all ask at once.
I'd like to ask them just the genesis of Wound and where you came from. You've been teaching, you've done documentaries. What was it about the project that made you want to jump back in? And where did Wound come from for you?
I guess it came from the frustration I had with the fact that I couldn't get any of the projects that I've been working on for years through the film commission. And I realised that I had to give myself permission to make a film. So that's better, isn't it? So yeah, I basically decided, mainly because I went away to a couple of film festivals in Brazil, in Switzerland, and Montreal with my two documentaries, Transfigured Nights and Bound for Pleasure, and I got such an amazing reaction that it really kicked my self-esteem and confidence up, and I thought, stuff it, I'll just go and make a movie. And I had a couple of very dear friends, Kim Smith, who's here tonight, up the back there, or up in the middle. Thank you, Kim. And my dear friend Mary Tarkus in Canada, a great fan. She put the first money up. So it's a Canadian-New Zealand co-production. And with an amount of money under 100,000, we went out, we shot it in 12 days. We started on the 9th of January. By the 9th of May, we had Montreal Fantasia and London Fright Fest had selected the film. And this is the real nutshell of it, if I had sent that script outline into the commission, I would have still been waiting for script development money. And I've got a movie. And I'm off tomorrow to Montreal.
We thought it was a good part of the film and the effects were fine.
Oh, cool, good.
The common theme seems to be transgression and innovation. You've clearly done a lot of research into transgressive cultures. Could you share that with us? How did you get your head into all those different spaces?
Well, again, it was those documentaries, Bound for Pleasure, which was about 6 orphan dominatrixes, and Mistress Sandy plays Mistress Ruth, is up in the middle there. Thank you, Mistress Sandy. What was hilarious is that about a decade ago I did an item for the drum with the Richard Driver program, and us and the Naked Samoans, we actually got cut out of the program. That's when I realized I was onto something. So, and then I went on and made Transfigured Nights, which is about males that mask on the webcam. I was bored. And one of the images that really kicked it off for me was Miss Piggy. And Miss Piggy turned out to be a tail gunner from a B-52 bomber over Vietnam. And I was just fascinated with that whole thing, and of course I was a great fan of MASH on TV as a kid, and I always loved that character Klinger. He was always trying to get out of the army by cross-dressing. So basically I got down into the culture. I built up trust, I built relationships with people, and out of those films I realized that there was a whole new world. And I wanted to incorporate it into a film. But for those of you who've seen Angel Mine, you'll know that I've ploughed exactly the same field again. But I feel this time I've made a mature film. There's 30 years space between the two films, and I've had a lot of living in there, and death, and all those relationship things that happen, and all the rest of it. So I feel that I've seen a little bit more of life now, and I wanted to kind of express it in this film. And the use of the master and mistress, they're really a metaphor for the establishment society, the way that there are consequences and there are responsibilities, and we all have to submit somewhere along the line. One of the key inspirations for me was Joseph Campbell and all that wonderful stuff that he wrote about, and he always said that, you know, you can't go wrong with a myth as a story. So I took the Demeter Persephone myth, because I've always actually been a real pre-Raphaelite fan. The artists, the Tate Gallery, I've been there many times, and of course Persephone is a picture that Dante Ghiberti Rossetti painted. So I have basically reversed the myth, but I can assure you that Freud, Jung, the woman's movement, everyone's had a go at the Demeter Persephone myth. And yes, I did want to get into the psychology, and I can tell you that all the incidents in the film, I've just taken them either from psychiatry books, or in the case of the castration, that was straight out of the New York Times. And what brought it to my attention was that the judge commented that he felt the woman needed therapy. So where can you go from there? So, and I also really am a big fan of the cinema of unconscious, and that's, you know, the filmmaker that I really admire the most is Louis Buñuel. And it was The Street Charm of the Bourgeoisie as a 16, 17-year-old at Auckland's Lido that, you know, changed my life. I went in a kid, I came out determined to be a filmmaker. Another film I saw at the Auckland Film Festival many years ago was El Topo, the Jodorowsky picture, and I said to the person I was with, I'm going to meet that guy. And I did. I found him in Paris in a tarot shop, Arcane 22 it was called, and basically he took me out and read the Notre Dame windows for me like tarot cards. He ended up doing his little psychotherapy number on me, which is where he basically gets people to be all the members of your family, your mother, your father, their brothers and sisters, their grandparents, and then he shows you the things that are coming down the line in your family, which you've got no control over. And of course, you'll notice in the final carriage scene, Richard von Stirner's poem, which in a way is the nutshell of the film. Because when there is abuse in the family, there are issues that go on for generations from it. And that was sort of a point that I wanted to make. And, you know, we live in an amazing country, but there's also a dark side to New Zealand, and I really wanted to examine it, or at least journey into the mystery of it.
Putting sexuality and BDSM imagery into a horror movie is always sort of a dodgy thing to do, combining like sex and violence. So were you worried at all about the reception of that?
Yeah, I was concerned, but I really thought that I was very sensitive to the various issues, and no one's got up screaming drunken from this screening, which was the first screening, so I guess that's a good sign. Obviously, you know, maybe the B&D scene won't be entirely happy with the film, because obviously it involves all sorts of issues relating to death. But I'm using the B&D scene in a metaphorical way, if you like, a symbolic way. So I'm confident that the people in that world will not be upset with the film. We had very few resources, and in fact I've got a wonderful story to tell. On the 23rd of December, I lost the leading lady that we'd actually cast, and I really didn't know what to do, because I had a very concise plan. We were going to start on the 9th of January, and I spoke with Takaya Berry, who plays Tanya, and she said, oh look, I've got this friend who I do Meisner with. You've got to meet her, you've got to meet her. And she'd actually already flown to Wellington to be with her parents for Christmas. And she got on a plane, came up on the 23rd, it was the 24th of December. We met, the moment I saw Kate, I just realized that she was perfect for this role. And wow, what a fantastic performance from Kate.
Was wondering, in the writing process, how did you come about not pushing things into the purely bizarre and keeping them within the realms of my personal experience, what I found was really easy to understand.
Thank you for the compliment. The process of the script was an interesting one because I worked on a 23-page, what I call scene breakdown, and just worked it and worked it and worked it. And then I found the key location, which was Michael Morrissey's house in Avondale. And then I did the casting, and I wrote the script from the 26th of December to the 4th of January, basically. I didn't get any swimming in, nothing, no holiday. I just knocked the script out. We started on the 9th of January, and off we went. But I tried very hard to leave a lot of the unconscious stuff unconscious, and I tried not to rationalize and analyze everything. But there is a logic, there's a duplication through the film. There's many, many strands and many links. And I worked very hard on that dreamscape because I was worried that people would get lost in it. And that's what's so delightful about Mr. Mune's performance, because he actually nutshells really the whole film in a way. And it's quite reassuring at that point to have him give you that anchor, if you like, before we proceed into the final part of the film. But anyway.
David, as director, was very, very generous with, he didn't place ideas upon us, so we could explore the script through our own experience. But we were allowed to explore our characters ourselves and talk to David about it, and it became a very, very shared process, which was a very, very comfortable position with such a short amount of filming. And I'd say with, we didn't really have any rehearsals, much. And so the trust from David was quite remarkable.
But I don't know, it just came naturally, and I didn't want him to be a cliche. The whole thing with the suit, I didn't want him to be a stereotype. People who don't know anything about the scene, would probably automatically think leather and chains and that sort of thing. And I said, David, let's do something totally different. How about a suit? Something came to me, and I said, this is what I'm doing, and David liked it, and that's what you see.
So apparent for those of us who worked on it, with a film with such a tiny budget, you can't repeat things. It has to be right the first time, and the commitment that was shown by the entire crew and cast on this film was stunning, from start to finish. And if it hadn't been for the generosity of spirit that the film generated, that David generated, this film wouldn't have been made.
All right, I want to thank all of you for coming along, especially Sky City for having this film, whereas other theatres weren't going to have it, so they might not be around for too much longer anyway. So thanks for coming, seeing Wound, tell all your friends, and we'll see you at other festival films. Thanks so much, and you can be in the bar for a little bit later.